Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, October 9th.
We're in it, and the projection is at least a fair amount of flu activity.
And this year, flu, COVID, and RSV will once again be circulating at the same time. Amy Cherry reports.
Flagler County Medical Director Dr. Stephen Bickle says now's the time to get vaccinated.
You don't want to get them too early, but now is not too early. So anytime in October for flu and COVID is fine. RSV is a longer-lasting vaccine. The protection's many years, so you can get that early or later. But we're trying to get everybody vaccinated before the seasons, which are all three of them now.
Dr. Bickle says two groups should consider getting all three vaccines.
One is people at high risk. Older, over 65 is kind of what we use, definitely over 75, and then heart disease, lung disease, diabetes. Kind of know if you have those and you're in that group. And the second is people who are fairly healthy, maybe older, but no comorbidities, who are just very concerned about their health. They're the kind of people who want to do everything they can to protect themselves. And the benefit's modest, and those people would benefit too. If you're not in those categories, I counsel my own patients in my HIV clinic who are generally healthy if their HIV is controlled. They're 30 and they don't have other comorbidities. It's really up to you. I mean, there is some benefit. The vaccines, the risk is minimal. People who blow up the risk, the data just don't support this. It hurts in your arm when you get the shot, and you can have a fever for a day. But other than that, it's really the risks are so minimal. In younger people with no comorbidities, the benefit's small.
Bickle says there are at least 20 COVID variants, though 2 to 3 strains are dominating.
The booster is fairly good for the ones that are out now. The match is pretty good, but that may not be true in 6 months.
Wally DeCino, president and CEO of Advent Health Palm Coast Parkway, says hospitals are in good shape right now.
We're combining both hospitals for Flagler County. We're in the single digits. So the good news is that people are not having to be hospitalized because of COVID.
Bickle says that mirrors what's happening nationwide.
There's still quite a few COVID cases, but the hospitalization numbers are down a lot.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Flagler Broadcasting's Creekside Festival drew big crowds over the weekend. Speaker of the Florida House, Representative Paul Renner, who represents the 19th District, which includes Flagler County, was the guest of honor.
Creekside Festival always reminds us about how blessed we are to live here in Flagler County. All the wonderful smelling food and all the arts and crafts are out here. And oh, by the way, some really great country music.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and a portion of the $10 entrance fee will support the Family Life Center, Flagler County's only emergency domestic violence shelter. The shelter lost $50,000 in much-needed funding earlier this year. Flagler School's new superintendent, LaShaka Moore, said she sees herself as a very positive person.
Moore said on a recent episode of Business Minds Coffee Chat with host Jay Shear that the attitude has been instilled in her since childhood.
In work, I sometimes call it like the coalition of the willing. Who are those individuals, or where is that place that we can start, that we can go forward with?
Moore said that not only her family members, but also those with whom she works, say that she's always looking for the good in people. Business Minds Coffee Chat with host Jay Shear is on WNZF at 8:30 Saturday mornings, and it's on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, Superintendent LaShaka Moore talks about the people around her. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
Charging your electric vehicle at Palm Coast City Hall will now cost you.
Starting November 1st, the EV charging station located at City Hall will be implementing a new fee structure. The new pricing structure will include an 18-cent per kilowatt-hour charge, in addition to a 50-cent fee to initiate the charging process. In addition to the revised fee structure, the City of Palm Coast is introducing a new policy regarding idling at the stations. Once a vehicle's battery is fully charged, you'll be allowed a 30-minute grace period to return to your vehicle and unplug it. After that, a fee of $5 per hour will be added for each hour the vehicle remains connected to the charging station. The city says updates will help cover operational expenses.
Ride a bike with first responders next month to mark Mobility Week.
Get ready for an exciting and adventurous Friday evening at the Central Park Bike Rodeo and Ride in Palm Coast in recognition of Mobility Week. In partnership with the Palm Coast Fire Department, Flagler County Sheriff's Office, Florida Department of Transportation, and River to Sea Transportation Planning Organization, this event promises an unforgettable experience for residents of all ages. Brittany Kershaw, City of Palm Coast Director of Communications and Marketing.
This will be a great chance for families and even anyone to just come out and check out the bikes, the electric bikes, take them for a test drive. You can bring your own bicycle and ride around the lake with our firefighters and our sheriff's deputies. You get a free bike helmet and a bike light. Brittany also says mark your calendars for a Friday evening of family fun, community connection, and bicycle safety awareness on November 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m. at Central Park and Town Center. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.